How you doing, buddy?
Great. Thanks for having me.
It's good times here. We're having it in the studio. And, I don't know if you've ever heard of this guy, Jeff Bezos. You ever heard of him?
I hadn't heard of him, but I've heard of his company.
It's a small company. You might have heard of it, Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon.com. And Justin Bariso, who is the founder of Insight, wrote an article talking about Jeff Bezos. He says Bezos is at it again, this time announcing his intention to shake up the American healthcare industry. His strategy for doing so teaches some valuable lessons. Headline, Jeff Bezos' 3-step formula for success. And many people are saying this is brilliant. So let's take a look through it. Joint statement came from 3 companies, JP Morgan Chase, Berkshire Hathaway, and Amazon, all teaming up to attempt to provide better health care for collective employees. And they are, really going after a new market. Bezos, if he's not disrupting an industry, he just isn't awake, right? I mean, the guy just lives to do things huge and differently, and
buying Whole Foods,
right? So here's what I want to share with you. Number one, first of all, these are the 3 steps or a formula for success. Number 1, surround yourself with the right people.
Good idea,
right? Right? How many times have you heard us say here on the Experience Pros radio show, it's not what you know that matters, but who knows you. And and I make the distinction. It's not who you know. I know a lot of people. I know Jeff Bezos. At least I know his name. He doesn't know me. Right? So therein lies the difference. Who knows you? If you're going to accomplish great things, you need a team of great people. And we buy into that. That's the whole, kind of foundation to this whole influencer move that Angel and I are talking about on a daily basis, how to become a micro influencer. And by the way, did you see the brand new CD we got out?
I did.
Yeah, man. How to become a micro influencer. You can get a copy if you'd like for free. Just go to WeMakeYouVisible.com, WeMakeYouVisible.com, and drop us your name. First name is enough, and your email address, and we will send you the link to download How to Become a Micro Influencer. Bezos describes this team of great people as talented experts. And the author says, aren't all experts talented? In a sense, yes, but years of research reveal it's not only about who's on the team, but how they work together.
Right.
Become
that student.
Become the student.
Right.
That's exactly right.
If you know it all, why are you there? Right?
It's exactly right. Now, here's the next step. You've surrounded yourself with the right team. Now, have a learn it all mindset. And what he means by that is you got to be able, willing, and ready to learn it all, to absorb it all, to take it all in. If you got a whole bunch of room of people who all have the answers, you got to go into starting with a beginner's mind, right? Even if you know a lot of the answers, there's always something to learn.
Do some brainstorming.
Brainstorming is a great idea. I was on a phone call this morning with Gary Barnes, and of course, you and I spent the weekend at Gary Barnes' Breakthrough Business Mastery Boot Camp event. And if you missed it, folks, sold out was
pretty cool,
pretty amazing. And we'll be doing it again in July. Look for those dates to come soon. But we've already bought in. We're going again. We're going to take care of that once again. I was talking to Gary, and I said, Gary, what we're about to cover, you probably have been teaching for 60 years. Or maybe 40 years. Sorry, Gary. But he said, and what he said was, I'll always learn something. So we went through it, and sure enough, we had a great conversation, and I think Gary learned something, and I learned something, which is why I like hanging out with people have a learn it all mindset. And then finally, Jeff Bezos of Amazon says this: be ready to play the long game. You know, you're a golfer. Yeah,
I am.
So when given the opportunity to play 9 holes or 18 holes,
27, please.
You go for 27. And that's just it, right? You love the game. Go for the long game. And the idea of it is to see it through, whatever it is. Because how many times do you watch in a game of golf with the pros on TV, or maybe you're at the course watching them play, and a guy like Tiger's 10 strokes behind, and with five holes to
got him right where he wants them,
right? and here they come, and all of a sudden and the same thing happens. We're going to get ready to watch the big football game here next weekend, and I've heard, I don't know, because our beloved Broncos are not anywhere near that, although I'm sure most of them will be in the seats watching. But how many times do we see it? You're down and out, and there's no way, no how, ain't no choice, no
Why
chance.
Why they play the game?
All 60 minutes, right? You play all 60 minutes because in the last 3 seconds, everything can change. Ask the Minnesota Vikings, who are in the Super Bowl, because in the last 3 seconds, everything changed, right? So get ready to play the long game. And that means setting up goals and making sure that you've got a long-term picture. And it says, here's this. It says, they think long-term and don't sacrifice long-term value for short-term results. Talented experts, a beginner's mind, long-term orientation goes a long way.
You might want to give it a try.
Don't try. There is no try. Do or do not. We'll be back right after these messages. You are listening to Robert Johnson, Eric Raymer. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network, home of positive business talk. Go check out WeMakeYouVisible.com and download your free CD. Back after this.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.